लैपटॉप से कनेक्ट नहीं है।
Okay. So, good morning, dosto. Suprabhatam to everyone present here. Put your video on with a cheerful smile and let's get started. Dosto, being Sunday, there is a special session always, and here we are coming up with today's session being on fasting. Now, I would like to start with this one particular point, which says Yogastha Kuru Karmani. Now, when we talk about Yogastha Kuru Karmani, it simply boils down to the same point. Having established in the yoga, let's begin. So, with that context, I ask everyone to join your both palms together. आंखें बंद करते हैं सभी. Everybody, please close your eyes. Let's breathe in deeper. Spine erect. आंखें बंद. Let us breathe in, and we will start with the prayer. Breathe another deeper breath in. Oh. तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ. Another deeper breath. Let us slowly allow. Allow your both palms to be rubbing over each other. And let's place them over the eyes. You may slowly open up. Yes. So दोस्तों, जैसे कि हमारा overall schedule है, half an hour we give for the main concept and half an hour of practice so that we feel internally fitter. So let us get ready. एक बार सभी खड़े हो जाएंगे. Stand upright without any more delay. Let's stand upright. खड़े हो जाओ. Okay. Ensure that all of your queries, questions, जो भी है with respect to the concept of fasting as such and how it can really help us save our life, let us keep it aside for a while and very enthusiastically start with the practice. I ask everyone to understand that yes, when we talk about योग आसन, तो योगासन में जो आसन का भाग है that is व्यायाम, और शरीर को व्यायाम में ढालना बहुत आवश्यक है. तो आइए अपने दोनों हथेलियों को कमर के पास रखते हैं and let us initiate the practice by first allowing our both the heels to be turning up. Allow your heels to turn up at your best. Get it up, slowly drop it down and use your front foot to be turning up. Drop it down. 1, 3, 4. यहाँ पे हम अपनी काफ मसल, जिसको पिंडली कहा जाता है, उसको स्टिमुलेट कर रहे हैं. कंटिन्यू. 1. आई होप आई एम वेल ऑडिबल. कंटिन्यू. 1. करते रहिए. ओके, ठीक. ऑल राइट. कंटिन्यू. आंखें बंद. कीप डूइंग. अनुभव करें आपकी काफ मसल हो रहा है. शांतता से ऑब्जर्व करें। कंटिन्यू। एवरीथिंग हैज गॉट इट्स ओन इम्पोर्टेंट रोल गॉट टू प्ले। और यहाँ पे जो हम काफ मसल को स्टिमुलेट कर रहे हैं, इट हैज इट्स ओन कनेक्शन विद आवर गट बायोम एंड गट सिस्टम। Opening the arms, let's allow our both palms to be brought upright and experiencing the process of renewal from within. Let us absolutely stretch up and another deeper breath in. Allow your entire body to be lifted up. Let your heels be turned upright at its best. Slowly down. One more round. Breathe in. And let us get ready to hold for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, drop down. Did you feel that जब हम खींच रहे थे शरीर को, उस समय शरीर का कोशिका का भाग भी अंदरूनी तौर पर खींच रहा था, right? Let's go for another round. Allow yourself to turn towards your right side. तिर्यक ताड़ासन जिसको कहते हैं. Allow your body to turn up back in its position while we inhale, and exhalation के साथ turn to the other side. Come to the center. Inhale another deeper breath in. And at the exhalation, exhale, turn to the right. Come up again. Exhale towards your left. Come up and let us get ready to have a gentle circular rotation practice to allow the abdominal portion involving our liver, pancreas to stimulate. Continue. आंखें बंद. Keep practicing. Continue. आंखें बंद. Keep up the practice. Continue. With your closed eyes, continue for a few more minutes. Let's do this in the other way around. Continue. Continue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and get into the position of next part where we allow ourselves to slightly turn down. शरीर को कुछ इस प्रकार रखें कि आप अपनी दोनों हथेलियों को firmly planted रखें जमीन पर. नजर सामने. Ensure that you are allowing your upper body to be in the frontal plane zone. Maintain. अगर कमर में बिल्कुल outright stretch possible ना हो तो सालंब भुजंगासन के साथ भी रह सकते हैं. You are trying to look towards your rightmost end, trying to look at your left heel. Inhale, come back to the center, turn to the other side, and look at your opposite heel. Continue. Continue. Keep up the practice. करते रहे. Continue. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly दोस्तों come to the position in such a way that we form a malasana स्थिति, जिसमें हमारी दोनों पैरों के पंजों को हम जमीन पर रख रहे हैं. Allow your right heel to turn to the left point. Come to the center and let your left heel come to the left knee come to the right point. A gentle side tilts ताकि हमारी ग्रोइन एरिया, ग्रोइन के ऊपर एरिया का भाग, अपनी जंघाओं का भाग, काफ मसल एरिया में स्टिमुलेशन पैदा हो सके. And let's sit comfortably, keeping the spine erect. The final practice is when we allow our body to turn entire of the torso region to the backside, twist to the backward direction. 1, 3, 5. यहाँ पर हमारा मेजरली थोरैसिक पोर्शन, पेट का पोर्शन और पीठ का पोर्शन इन्वॉल्व हो रहा है. कंटिन्यू. रिलैक्स, आंखें बंद, श्वासों पर ध्यान. The major difference between the gymming and yoga is that here we are allowing our body breath mind synchronization to happen. और यहाँ पर हम प्रयास कर रहे हैं that we are allowing ourselves to focus on the breathing pattern to sync it with the bodily movement. So I want everyone to breathe in thoroughly and everyone to breathe out thoroughly. Let's have another deep breath in. चेहरे पर एक हल्की सी मुस्कान और अपने भ्रू मध्य के पास जो कपाल रंध्र का क्षेत्र है उस जगह पर ध्यान देते हुए अनुभव करें कि इस पोजीशन में जो आप सुखासन में बैठे हो उस स्थिति में किस प्रकार से हवा का आवागमन आपके फोरहेड सेक्शन को इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है. Breathe in, continue. Having all of us prepared for a very insightful session of yoga. After yoga abhyas, I ask each one to now get into the practice where we allow ourselves to allow the thumb to press at the ear lobe, यहाँ पर कान के गड्ढे में, and ensure that you are allowing your eyebrow center to press. Allow your index finger to also press the eyebrow entirely. Let the middle finger be come at the eye. Let the ring finger come down and let the smallest one come at the lip edge. श्वास भरते हुए breathe in. And we will be chanting Makar Bij Mantra. Continuing with a thorough awareness. एक साथ, एक स्वर में, पूर्णता के साथ. आंखें बंद. Keep inhaling. For a reason being, we are allowing our mental cognition to improve. Continue inhaling again. Allow your awareness to now be brought at the both palms relaxed on the knees and dhyan at the throat area. Let us get ready to chant A, U, Ma, the 3 syllable together with a synchronous awareness. मांडुक्य उपनिषद में बहुत ही सुंदरता से ओम के बीज मंत्र का उल्लेख आता है. the sound which has been responsible for the generation of the entire cosmos, the sound which gets us aware of the fact that u, ma, these are the three syllables संधि होने के बाद ओम बन जाता है जिससे, और जिस सिंक्रोनाइज्ड फॉर्मेट में हम अकार की ध्वनि, वेकफुलनेस की ध्वनि, उकार की ध्वनि, ड्रीमी स्टेट की ध्वनि, और मकार की ध्वनि, द कामनेस, द साउंड स्टेट ऑफ अवेयरनेस की ध्वनि चांट करते हैं एक साथ एक स्वर में, ओम बीज मंत्र उच्चारित होता है। आइए एक बार एक साथ करते हैं। इनहेल ओम, ओम, ओम। Let us get ready to allow both of our palms to be rubbing over each other. अच्छे से घर्षित करते हैं। Allow your both palms to be thoroughly rubbing over each other. Place them over the eyes. Keep them pressing. Keep them placed. Let the warmth be felt onto the eyelids. Continue for a while. And do not open your eyes, but let's just allow our both palms to relax onto the knees. श्वास भरते हैं। पूर्ण प्रश्वास। Breathe another deeper breath. And breathe out. Let's get ready to slowly open up our eyes, and we may begin. Okay. Suprabhatam once again, Roslo. Having all of us prepared to grasp the knowledge, I would like to start the session with a picture to begin. Let me just share it along. Now, I would want to know your opinion on this. जब हम बात करते हैं योग की, राइट, तो यहाँ पर दो पिक्चर्स दिखाए गए हैं जिसमें there is a 90-year-old, a younger Guruji who is practicing the asana, and at the same point there's another person who is also kind of doing the similar, but there's a difference between the two. There's a difference between the two for a very important reason, being there's something is missing. I would want each one of you to answer upon it. कोई भी unmute हो चाहे, please let me know what is your opinion, what is the difference that you find in the upper picture and the below picture. Yes, I am looking out for your answers.
So Neha, I think it's the prop, and you can feel the upper picture is very steady and calm. Can you
Okay.
hear me? Yeah. And lower picture, he doesn't look that calm and steady. And prop also look very imbalanced. And it's not giving a good comfort, right comfort to the body.
वैसे if I ask you,
Yeah.
what is the second picture disposing? मतलब वो क्या दिखा रहा है? What is it? Is it after?
He is looking very congested and not relaxed. I mean, not a good ambience to do the asana.
No, that's a chakra asana, I think. The other one.
Anybody else? Yes,
The
thank
other-
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
can I?
The other one is doing chakra asana instead of the
The second picture.
I think the second one is drunk.
No, he's drunk.
Exactly. तो पहले वाला जो है, the first picture is explaining us that it is in a particular posture, allowing the breath synchronization. There is a very good chance that the second picture में जो आपको दिख रहा है वो शायद गुरुजी से भी ज्यादा लंबे समय तक स्टेडीली रह पाए, जो हम कहते हैं ना स्थिरम सुखम आसनम। तो यहाँ पे स्थिरता जो है वो सेकंड पिक्चर में ज्यादा दिखेगी आपको, क्योंकि सेकंड में ही इज ड्रंक एंड ही इज इन दैट पोजिशन। तो यहाँ पर आप देख पा रहे हो, इट्स नॉट जस्ट ओनली अबाउट द पोस्चर, but it is there something is missing here. Probably after he wakes up, the second picture वाला इंसान, after he wakes up, he will have a spinal cord disbalance, ना sciatica dysfunction हो सकता है। Now here second में आप जो देख पा रहे हो वो बेशुद्ध होके इस पोजीशन में गया है, एंड जो फर्स्ट पोजीशन में है वहां पर पूर्ण consciousness के साथ he is holding the position. So there's something which is a very significant difference between the two, and that is, anybody would like to put upon light?
Yeah, the first one obviously is an enlightened person with a lot of practice in yoga, and the
Okay.
second one obviously is a disordered and disoriented. Besides the fact that he drunk, and then I'm not sure if he's really doing asanas. There is no discipline. There is no good life in it, really.
Great. Thank you so much. And now this makes me go to the second picture. Now it is all, I'll explain you how it is all connected. But इससे पहले, I would want to know your opinion on yoga versus gym. When we talk about yoga abhyas and gym, three significant differences that we see. I mean, I'm not demeaning any of the discipline. Both are having their own uniqueness, but फिर भी there is certain specific distinct difference between the two. Anybody would like to mention upon it?
Yes, I will say.
Yes, please.
I would like to say.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The gym works on your extremities.
Okay.
The yoga works on your internal organs. When you come out of the gym, your body is more tensed. But when
Right.
you come out of
Okay.
yoga, you are more relaxed.
Okay. To add on to this same point, anybody else would like to mention a few pointers?
Yes, Jim is focusing, at least based on the picture, more on the muscle, on the masculinity or the strength.
Mhm.
On the other hand, the picture on the left is more about yoga, not necessarily about the asanas, but rather for the soul enrichment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Anybody last would want to mention?
Yeah,
Very
so-
nice.
Yoga is an holistic approach, and
Okay.
gym is more for physical fitness. And
Mhm.
it is also like a superficial part of yoga only. Ultimately, you see all squatting and everything is picked up from yoga, but not the complete concept of it. So it is an
Okay.
exercise which focus more on body than on it, mind and emotion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And with that, I would like to close my slide for now. बहुत सुंदरता से बताया है सभी ने, and I would like to congratulate everyone that yes, जो एक overall ideology perspective है वो clear है. Just a small point. जब हम एक मिनट, मेरी आवाज एको तो नहीं हो रही ना? Is it well audible? So
Yes.
when I mention about yoga, it is coming from the concept of some yoga, right? Union. And when we talk about yoga, we always ask you to look inward to the depth of your heart, go inward, and have that dharana in the inner consciousness. जब हम gymming की बात करते हैं, we see it is overall that perspective of having a good muscle, having a good body alignment, good posture, having a good physique. So the ideology is all about looking good at the external way. हम हमारी पूरी धारणा लगा देते हैं for the overall body and disposition of it. Having said this, we all are going to perish some or the other day. तो जो aging हो जाती है, it is somehow known to have its impact on the body. So एक जो satisfaction का भाव है, जो एक अंदर से जो हम कहते हैं संतोष का भाव, वो योग में ज्यादा बेहतर रूप से हमें दिखता है, और इसीलिए योग इज मोर सस्टेनेबल इन नेचर. इट हेल्प्स अस टू बिकम फिटर इनसाइड आउट. और इसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट पे देयर इज अ सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस बिटवीन व्हाट वी टॉक अबाउट फास्टिंग एंड व्हाट वी टॉक इन द योगिक टर्मिनोलॉजी उपवास. एंड मोर ओवर इसका जिक्र आता है एज अ पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ प्रत्याहार. ओके, प्रत्याहार. तो इसी कॉन्टेक्स्ट पर वी हैव अ वेरी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड पर्सनालिटी. बट उससे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी आप सभी से, हैव यू ऑल हर्ड अबाउट दिस टर्म एज प्रत्याहार?
Oh, English word for pratyahar?
No, pratyahar as a term.
No, no.
Yes.
I'm asking what it means in
Okay,
English.
sensual withdrawal.
Sensual withdrawal. No, I never heard.
Okay,
So
never heard
yes,
of it.
Pratyahar in can I say? Yeah.
Yes, yes, please.
Ashtanga Yoga, we have 8 steps, and Pratyahar join us. It's like a bridge from Bahya Ang to Antarang. So to
Correct.
go to Dharna, Dhyan, Samadhi, we do Pratyahar.
Correct. And Upavas is the medium, one of the medium to go to it. How we'll understand it. Also, any other perspective from anyone जिसके मन में आ रहा है before we get to the authority in its own context. Shall we begin with the practice, everyone? I mean, the session. So without any more delay, I would like to invite our host of the session, Dr. Shriloy Mohanty, who is having an impeccable experience in AIMS Delhi for the 6 years, and having done his graduation in the BNYS, Bachelor of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences from SVyasa Bangalore. He's also completed his master's, and right now he's a senior chief medical officer in Ayush department at AIMS Rishikesh. One of my very dear friend, and so grateful to him that he accepted our invite at such a short notice. We would like to invite you to come along, and I really want everyone to be very actively being a part of the session, because I had mentioned that yes, it would be more of a Q&A. तो आपके मन में जो भी pointers होंगे, we'll put light on it. But उससे पहले Dr. Shriloy would want you to have a very free opinion on what Pratyahar is, how Pratyahar connected to the Upavas, and how Upavas is different from fasting, and how fasting can be a lifesaver for us. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Absolutely.
Good morning. First of all, I'm sitting here in the Yog Nagri, taking a session for you all. Rishikesh, as you know, it is known as a Yog Nagri. I thought of going out like some of you are sitting outside in the park or somewhere. I thought of going out, but it was so dark. So I came in and it was so cold. So let's start. I'll tell you what exactly is fasting. Fasting is something that you people know, right? It is a practice which is there in every culture, every religion, every puja that we do, or anything that we do. There is a fasting component which is always there and which is already there. So when we talk about fasting, there are types of fasting. So, first, when you take the first step, what is fasting when you ask? So, people say that it is about staying away from food for some time. But it does not end. There are different types of fasting also. Now, second, the question is there are types of fasting, as I told you. It is a different type that I'm going to talk about for the first step. So, do you know about a therapeutic fasting that I'm going to talk about it? There is a political fasting also. You must be knowing that a lot of people say that, okay, till my thing is not done, fast, I will do fast. So there are different types of fasting: political fasting, some spiritual fasting, therapeutic fasting. So today I'm going to talk about the therapeutic fasting. Now, why is the need of fasting first? As we know that we are 1990s, before 2000, there was a time when there used to be a lot of communicable disorders. Communicable disorders are cholera, chicken pox, smallpox. I think most of you have at least seen chicken pox, isn't it? So all these communicable disorders used to be there before, but later on, what we did, because of our hygiene practice and everything, we came out of it. Nowadays we have a completely different set of diseases. Those are called as non-communicable disorders. It does not communicate. If I talk with you, you don't get cancer. If you I share food with you, you don't get diabetes. But what we need to understand, that whenever a disease or anything of this sort comes to you, what you do is you go to a doctor and say that, okay, I need a specific this is my symptoms, I need help, so they give you medicine for it. Now you do change your medicine or change things, but when you go back and do the same lifestyle again, so you don't get out of the disease at all. So what happens is, you need to understand all these disorders which we call the non-communicable disorder. It has a different name also, and the different name is lifestyle disorder. Till you don't change your lifestyle, nothing is going to change. Now, as we know, we used to practice different types of fasting when we were kids, or when we are growing up, or for some festival, or Navratra, we do fasting for so long. Uh, Till then, it was fine. But when now we are using it as a therapy, the whole perspective of fasting has changed. First, it used to be like, okay, so what happens in fasting, I'll tell you how exactly it is going to help. So when we go for fasting is when you start fasting first, huh? So when you had your last meal, then you say that, okay, from now on, from time zero, I'll start fasting. So till the first 4 hours, what happens is the body uses whatever food that you have taken before. The glucose comes out of it, because for anything and everything, body needs glucose. So the from the food, the glucose is taken, and that is being used in the body as glucose. But later, what happens, after some time, that glucose which is circulating in your body is going to end up, right? What you are getting from food. Then the body says, okay, don't worry. To make you run or do whatever activities, I have a little stored fats also. So the stored fat is first the glycogen, which is there in the liver. Normally, when we eat, what happens is the fat glucose, we use it. If there is extra, we save it in our liver first. So body uses that. That is called glycogen. So though that is broken into glucose, body eats that, and body is satisfied. You are satisfied. I am satisfied. But everything starts after 12 hours. After 12 hours or to 16 hours, body uses this glycogen. Then suppose the glycogen also gets over. Then body says that, okay, now also I need glucose. So it starts craving. You get that craving. And during that time also, if you see, there are a lot of people who say that I get a little mental clarity during this time. Why? Because what happens during that time, first, there is a process called gluconeogenesis. The body says, okay, now I should break the protein. At the same time, I'll burn the fats. There are two processes at once it starts. So then when the body starts doing more of fats, body says, okay, fat is giving me enough of returns. Now I should stop breaking proteins. So then comes the fat. So fat is broken into small pieces, and then brain, it is given food. It is feed it to the brain. At that time, again, as I told you, a lot of people say that, okay, when the fat is burnt, and that energy my brain is getting, the ketone bodies, brain enjoys it, and brain gives you a different clarity in your mind. So a lot of people nowadays, you might have heard that they go for something called intermittent fasting, isn't it? So intermittent fasting, you can achieve that. Then okay, so 24 hours also done. Can we stop fasting now? If you're doing at home, stop it. If you're doing not at home, under a supervision of a doctor, you may continue. Because what happens after 24 to 28 hours is something that is going to change everything. What happens in 24 to 48 hours, the second day of fasting? How to fast? I'll tell you the whole procedure. So don't think that for 2 days I'll not eat anything. No, you will be, but there is a way we will give you. So 24 to 48 hours, body says that, okay, now the glucose levels are going down, fat is burning wherever you have deposited fat, but I should take additional precautions also. So it increases a hormone called growth hormone. Have you ever heard about growth hormone? So the growth hormone, it flushes. It sometimes it goes up to 5 times of growth hormone in your body. When 5 times of growth hormone goes, the insulin level goes down and growth hormone goes up. Growth hormone gives it protects your lean mass, your lean muscles, whichever lean muscles you have, it protects that. At the same time, it burns a little more fats. Understood? So this is the time where the fat metabolism goes to next level. At the same time, if you see, if you don't get fat food for a long period of time, like me, what happens to us is we get a little irritated. If I don't get food for some time, I get irritated. If you see me, I'll be like, people get to know that when I'm hungry. There are a lot of people, you also must be knowing, when they're hungry, it'll be like, give something food, he will be fine, isn't it? So normally people ask that why exactly it is, because there is a fight or flight situation body creates on its own. So what it does, it secretes some hormones called epinephrine and all. So these hormones, they go and they increase the fat metabolism even more. So there is a sympathetic tone which is added, which helps to burn more fat. So body is trying after 24 to 48 hours, the fat metabolism actually doubles, which was happening before. Now people start losing weight. People can see the changes. Then is there a you know what is electrolytes? The salts, right? So people say that no, if you stay for a longer period of time, if you don't eat anything, your electrolyte may get unstable. But for that, we give a little salt in water and all. So it is fine. Mainly we use rock salt. So it is taken care. But what happens after 48 hours is something that we need to understand. After 48 hours, so I as I told you, 24 hours, I was taking everything was taken care by your saving account that you have saved. After that, you start using whatever is remaining, the fats which is accumulated here and there in your body. Now, after 48 hours to 72 hours, again, I'm telling it to you, don't do it home. Under supervision, it is always better. After 48 hours, 48 to 72 hours, body says, no, this is not happening. I need to reset things. And that is what normally therapeutic fasting aims to achieve. Body says there's something called autophagy. Have you ever heard autophagy? It's a process. It's like on Sundays you clean your house, right? So the same thing. Body says that okay, today let me do autophagy, and it starts the autophagy process. So body says that okay, whatever is damaged, whatever is not good, let me clean it. So it cleans up the WBCs which are there. It improves the immunity, the cellular reset, we say it in scientific language. So that cellular refit starts. The T cells get activated. They take care of all the unnecessary things. They clean it up, and then something. What happens is once it is everything is taken care, in that duration, your stem cells, there is something called a stem cell in your body. So they are like the queen in the beehive. So they create everything, but they stay in the center protected. Similarly, there are stem cells which stay protected inside your bones. So there are studies which says that when you go more than 48 hours, these stem cells, they come out and they start repairing you. wherever there is a damage. So there are different types of stem cells. Something is for bones, something is for muscles, something is for brain. So they come out, then they start having and helping out. So this is the whole process that it takes. After 72, a therapeutic fasting, we say stop. Why? Because I don't want to make you lean on a single run, right? I will have to repeat it again and again. Now, I told you what happens, how the body reacts to fasting. Now we need to understand when to do and when not to do, and how to do it. So normally what happens is fasting, people say that, okay, कल मेरा fasting है भाई, आज मैं खा लेता हूँ अच्छे से, कल पूरा 24 घंटे नहीं खाऊंगा. That does not work. The moment you eat, from then this 72 hours or 24 hours walks. Even while fasting, what you need to understand is you need to prepare your body for fasting. So it is always told that any fool can fast, but only a wise knows how to break a fast. So what we do generally is, I'll tell you a story what happened when I was doing my bachelor's in SVSA Bengaluru. So there used to be Navaratra, and everybody were fasting for 11 days. They told you also should fast, and I have a problem. I cannot fast. So I told that no, for 11 days without anything, I cannot, I will eat. So I used to get food and I used to eat. So on the last day, on the I think 10th day, my roommate got food and kept. And so that my fasting gets over at 12 o'clock, I'll have food at 12. He thought. So everything was set. So then I was sitting and working or reading. Then I saw the food. I couldn't control. I ate it. He got irritated first. He shouted, "Arey, from 12 days, from 10 days, I have not had anything. Now you ate my food." I said, "Okay, we'll make something." So he said, "Oh, don't worry, I have Maggie. I'll make it." Now he makes Maggie and says that, okay, after 10 days, I should eat a better Maggie. So he puts a little more masala in it and all this onion, this thing. He makes a good this thing. The moment he eats, he gets a epilepsy attack. It's not that if you are getting after, if you break fasting you get an epileptic attack. He had epilepsy before, which was completely under control. But suddenly, when for 8 days, 10 days he had nothing, and one day suddenly something very spicy, very this thing went inside your body started reacting. Body says that what happened? There's a bomb dropped. So body has to react. And in that reaction, because he had a history of epilepsy, got epilepsy attack. What we need to understand is, as I told you, every fool can fast, but a wise knows how to break a fast. Normally in therapeutic fasting, what we do a 7-day program. The first day you come, you get normal food. And the last day when you go, you get normal food. Before that, you get bland food. Before that, you get fruits. On the single day, you fast. So what you do is you reduce your calories, you come to fasting day, and again, gradually, it's the same way you increase the calories. Increase the calories not to the par that it used to be before. Suppose I used to have 2400 calories. I started at day one, then I went to 2000 calories, 1200 calories. Then I went for a fasting or a fruit fasting or a juice fasting. While coming, I again did the same way. Now, this time, I will not end it at 2400. I will end it at 1800 calories and continue for the whole month. And the next week, from 1800, I'll again go down to 1600 or 1500. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm gradually reducing the calories, not suddenly from tomorrow fasting. That does not work, because the body thinks that, what we need to understand is, the body thinks that okay, for sometimes he is going through a bad time, let me handle it. Once he gets food, I will bring back everything to normalcy. The moment that, like, we go to gym, so we go to gym, we do a lot of exercise, we lose weight, then we say, oh, now I have lost weight. I come back, I stop my gym, I get my weight back, but because the body thinks that, okay, now everything is fine. So that, what we need to understand is this thing should be gradual. Then this is one type of fasting that we give in our centers. Second is the fastings that you do, which is, okay, aaj ekadasi hai, I'll not eat today. In that also, normally people choose to have a heavy meal before fasting, choose a lighter meal before fasting, because you are doing it for fasting, you are not doing it so that you can conserve energy. Whatever you conserve, within 4 hours it will be digested or stored. So start with a lighter diet and end it also with a lighter diet. Have lots of water or juices. Normally we say that fruit juices should be avoided by everyone who can eat. Till you are not bedridden, you should not, bedridden in the sense, if you cannot chew, till that you should not drink juices, because juices is something which is really bad. There are big institutions which are saying that if you drink juices and fruits, if you compare both, juices is worst than fruit is better. Why? Because why we eat fruits? Because it has fiber. When we grind it, what happens? The fiber breaks. So what remains is the sugar and water. So if it's like having something without the main gist of it, so we avoid juices. But in these fasting scenario, we give juices so that the digestion can be taken care. Because my aim here is to reduce the additional energy that body is spending. So this is how we plan the fasting. Now there is one fasting that I would also tell, that there is something called a intermittent fasting. You must be knowing, lot of people do it. Even intermittent fasting, also people say that, okay, from tomorrow I'm going to do intermittent fasting. What is intermittent fasting? Is for 16 hours I'll not have anything. I'll have only during 8 hours. So that also we need to see that it does not start, you cannot start it like that. What you need to do is first reduce your sugar content, wherever sugar, additional sugar that you are getting, slowly, gradually you reduce. Then the number of meals you get to three first, because we say that, okay, I'm taking 3 meals only, breakfast, lunch, dinner, but the inner in the middle we do a lot of we eat chocolate, we eat coffee or something, a lot of things. So even that first needs to be controlled. Then you come to 2 meals, which is 12 hours, 12 hours. Then you go to a meal where there is 8 hours and 16 hours. This is the second step. The last step is 1 meal a day, that intermittent fasting tells, but they give more focus on the 2 meal theory nowadays. So try to understand that whenever you're going to any kind of fasting or anything, go gradually, because you are not doing it just to have fun. You are doing it to make your body realize that he is training me to do something. And training does not happen in a single day. You need to pre-plan it, do it properly, and end it properly. Okay, like the yoga sessions. When you come for the yoga sessions, what you do is you do a little loosening. After loosening, you do a little breathing. Then you go to asanas. And then slowly, gradually, you sit in a meditative pose and do meditation. And slowly, with three omkaras, you end it. Or with a mantra, you end it. Similarly, even fasting should be given that preference. Do not fast like, as I told you, every fool can fast. Only a wise knows how to break it. So this is a little explanation of fasting. If there is any question, I'll be happy to.
Yes. Thank you, doctor. And I believe जो आपने गागर में सागर भरा है हम सभी के अंदर, that sprouted us to ask questions. If any one of you are having question in your mind, please raise your hands and we'll take over it. But उससे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी आपसे your perspective. So, sir, when we talk about this concept of pratyahar, what it really means is sensual withdrawal, and what I consider from a layman perspective is that here we are in the fasting, we are not eating. If we're talking about the water fast or a fast where we are not consuming from outside, we are allowing our existing whatever is there inside with context of lipids, fats, that is getting digested even with respect to the vitamins, minerals, and the other components which are there within our body is being used and consumed. So here we are also allowing us to seek out for the fulfillment not from outside but whatever is there from inside. So what is your opinion on this, sir?
How I understand pratyahara is there are five senses.
Yes.
So withdrawing these senses from the sense object, sense organ from sense object, and after you take it back, but what will you do with it? So you send it inside and do a introspection. So pratyahara is a practice where you have masters your breathing, you have done a lot of asanas, you are comfortable. Now you say, okay, before I go to meditation, let me be prepared. Let me take everything back, sit in a position, in a comfortable position. Asana is that stiram sukham asanam. So I am in a comfortable position, stira. I know how to control my breath. Now, before I go to chanchalata, ekagrata, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, let me take all everything within and do a introspection. Find me in me. So that is what
Absolutely.
I believe is pratyahara for me.
Right. And on this context, I wish to ask you now, fasting is considered to be not only having its aspect or benefit with respect to the physiological, but also psychological. So, how does it help in solving the mental agony? कहते हैं कि जब हम फास्टिंग में रहते हैं, we really, as you also mentioned, introspection रहता है, and also we start to calm down our inner agitation. How does it really work?
So what happens, I'll tell you. Normally we give lot of food. It becomes very monotonous for your brain also. Every day, what we are living today, every day. People who are there here in the groups, they are doing a little yoga in the morning. That gives a little rest to the brain. It says that okay, for some time the energy will not be given. So that exercise, it is a brain exercise also. But what happens when you do fasting for a little longer time is when the glucose goes, normally brain you feed glucose, right? So glucose is over after 4 days. Then you break glycogen, which is stored. Okay, glucose is coming out and you are taking care. But after sometimes what happens is the ketones, they come in into pictures. So what happens, this fat is burnt, fatty acid comes out, and then we feed it completely different meal to your brain. That is the time people say that they face a lot of clarity in mind. And there are a lot of people say that intermittent fasting is not just a physiological this thing, it is a psychological intervention. Why? Because when I do intermittent fasting, I feel that I am very clear. Why? Just because there is a completely different set of food which is being fed to your brain. One. Second thing, there is something nowadays what we are seeing is all the psychological disorder, psychiatric disorders nowadays, or for that matter, any disease, anyone between us. What happens is there's a neurotransmitter in your brain called GABA. Okay, so what this GABA does, it inhibits. So its whole work is to slow down, stop. Now, what happens in our day-to-day activity when we are not taking care of our body, this GABA activity is completely stopped. So body says that okay, I'll do it, because that is how we are training ourselves. Okay, this work is done, the next work. Okay, I got a bike, now I need a car. So that is how your brain also is getting trained that okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. And slowly what happens, this GABAergic system is completely slowed down. The work of it is to slow down. Even that slowing machine is slowed down. Now what people see that during fasting, the GABAergic system gets activated. So we know when to stop. The body knows when to stop. So when this fasting period happens, when there is a reset happening, body says that, okay, now everything should be reset. Let me go to the default mode. It's like when you're using a computer and somewhere it gets hanged or something. So what you do is you press the button, the switch off button for a longer period of time, and you believe that when it goes back, it goes to a default mode and it will be fine. So that is what the brain does with fasting.
Yes. Thank you, doctor. And I believe we all are in that process of MBBS while in this, where MBBS may mind, body, breath, stress reduction हो रहा होता है when we are in the fast. Thank you.
I
So
see
I would
there
like
are two
Shrini.
questions. I think
Yes.
there are two people who have raised.
Yeah. Shrini sir, please unmute.
Hey, yeah. Sir, I have a question particularly about the juices you mentioned. Oh, you mentioned that it's better to have fruit generally, but you mentioned it's okay to have juices. What is the use of juice during fasting? But doesn't it spike the sugars and all that? And also, autophagy. I hear from different people, but I think you're more expert than anybody else. Autophagy kicks in. Some people say after 16 hours, but you're saying it's after 48 hours. Maybe you're right, but can you shed some light on that?
So the first question was
Oh,
I'm
that's about juices.
juices. So normally what we do is we say that let's not have juices, let's have fruits. Because the moment we grind it with more than 35 RPM, what happens is all the fiber is broken and I'm not getting what I'm expecting out of it. But in during fasting, what we do is as I told you, we plan it for a 7 day and slowly, gradually we reduce the load on the GI system. First the heavy food, then we bring them to bland diet, then we bring them to fruit, and then for 1 day juice. But if I want to continue this juice fasting or fasting period for a little longer, if I want to make it for 10 days, what I do is I give them their normal food, then bland food, fruit, juices, and then go to fasting. What I'm trying to achieve is I'm trying to slowly and gradually reduce the need of it is therapeutic fasting, so I'm trying to reduce the energy which is being spent on digestion. At the same time, I need a little glucose to go into this person, so that there is no giddiness or dizziness that happens and breaks my fasting period completely. If a giddiness happens, then I have to stop. Okay, so
Okay,
that
this is
is
more of
where
a prep work you're talking about.
it is a
It's more
prep
of a
work.
prep
And
work for the short-term fasting or
no,
long-term
it is for
fasting.
long-term fasting. For short-term fasting, we'd say no to juices. I always say that whenever you get a time, grab a fruit and eat. Do not take the juice. Because the moment you grind it, it becomes sugar and water at the end, isn't it? The fiber is lost. We eat fruits for its fiber and salts, of course, minerals, but mainly for fibers. If we don't eat the fiber, then there's no fun in it. And the
Right.
second question was autophagy. Autophagy,
Yeah.
yes, as I told you, it starts. I completely agree. At 16 hour to 18 hours it starts, but it goes to the highest level after some time when the body is completely ready for it. Like, it's not ready exactly. That's not the right word. That is the way casually I'm telling. Because anything that starts, it starts and slowly gradually goes up. So during 48 hours it is in its premium, like premier, the best possible way. So
Thank you.
we take them to that state. A little autophagy starts in the starting also, 16 hours, 18 hours, but that is not enough to take care. That is good for if you are healthy and you are doing a fasting. But if you want to, there is a lot of inflammation, you need to do a little longer period so that that inflammation can be taken care.
And just to
Please.
end with it, let me ask you another ending question. So, what is the longest fasting on a regular basis we should look for, and how frequently?
If you're doing it without under somebody's supervision, It is always better to do a weekly one and weekly once. In naturopathy, I am a naturopath. We say that weekly once you do a fast. So that
That's a
is
24-hour fast or a longer fast?
that's a 24 hours fast. But the previous night have khichdi, which is easy to digest. If you actually need water, whenever you feel like having water, you have water, and then you end it on the next meal with a lighter diet. I'd always say that start it with fruits
Oh,
once a week.
So it should be really, besides water, there shouldn't be any intake of any kind.
Anything.
Okay.
People say that no, for therapeutic one, this is not therapy. This is for a regular life. I'm telling you. Um, People say that okay, you can drink tea, you can drink black coffee. That is to boost more your fat metabolism, but it is fine. And the second thing that we always say in naturopathy, that if you want to do if you want to further increase fat metabolism, it is cold water which is going to help you, not to drink, but to take bath or stay in cold water. You must be knowing that a lot of people nowadays, stars, they do a lot of gymming and then they go to that ice tub and they take a dip. People go to even Russia for it.
Right.
So that is what happens with cold, is it increases the brown fat metabolism. So that speeds up your metabolism in your body, fat metabolism.
Okay. And then 0-calorie electrolytes are okay as well, or no?
That can be taken. There's no problem to make a balance, a electrolyte balance. We also say that okay, you should take electrolytes. We give what we give is, as I told you, we give a little rock salt with water. We
Okay.
provide that generally.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll shut up and let others ask.
Please.
Okay. Yes, thank you, Srini sir. Yes, Ashish. Next question.
Sir, I need to ask you, when you do Navratra 9 days fasting, so what happens to your body when you are only on fruits? And my second question is, when you take a smoothie in the morning, one greens and along with that two fruits, no milk and no yogurt is involved, only water. And my third question is that when you do water fasting, I'm a Jain, so at times, we do for 8 days or maybe 2, 3 days. So how does it work on your body?
Ma'am, as I told you, first 4 hours you'll use your energy which you had in the last meal. Then the body starts getting it from your liver, and then body says that okay, now I should get it from the fats which I have accumulated over time. Especially it is for females like you. It is for females generally. Men and women, this store fats in different areas because of different hormones. Now it's my perspective. I may be wrong. For a man it is easy to lose fats, but for a woman it is a little difficult because the hormones doesn't allow. It says that I should have a little storage. So especially that fat which is there, that starts burning, which is going. Not only the outer fats that you see, what happens is the internal fat also. So your organs are not just floating, they are taken care. There are fats around. Even that fat is not always good. So what happens is, why fat is bad, I'll tell you. Fat does a lot of drama where there is a lot of inflammation involved. The moment inflammation goes up, body says that wherever there is a cut, start a fight there. So if the body fat is reduced, slowly everywhere, wherever there is a fight going on in your body, will subside. So what happens is, first 24 hours, this fat burning process starts. You get mental clarity. You will feel good. During that time, giving water, drink water to help the body to excrete out. It is good to balance a electrolyte balance, like Srini sir was saying. You can take a little salt water, put a little salt and do. After around 48 hours, body starts cleaning itself in the best way possible. I told you when I started, every religion, starting from Jainism to anywhere, everywhere it is there. These things are there. But I would tell you that, okay, if you are going for any kind of fasting, there will be religious guidelines how to do it, but slowly and gradually get it, slowly and gradually break it. That is the must that we need to do, ma'am. So this was one question. The second question was, sorry, I missed it.
About the smoothies, is it better to take a smoothie rather than the juices along with the greens and of course no yogurt and milk is involved, just two fruits and greens along with the water?
Ma'am,
Is it good to have in the morning or how is it?
look, it is good. It is good in a way. Why? Because you are giving less of burden to your GI tract. So the energy spending that you do is you are taking care that, okay, for my digestion, I will not give much of energy. I will not spend much energy, so that gets a little rest. It is good. Smoothies are good, but gradually it will increase your blood sugar level a little. So if you are not having diabetes or anything, I will say that it is good. But if you are having diabetes or any metabolic syndrome, what you need to have is meals can be shorter, and the glycemic load and glycemic index both should be seen, discussed, and then plan something. If you want to change anything in your lifestyle, I think you need to sit with a lifestyle person and understand that, okay, it's all about, madam, ma'am, we all know the whole story is about saving accounts. We Indian, we try to save everything. The body also saves everything.
And I need to ask you, doctor, that when you are not doing well, I mean, when your body is not reacting, if you want to fast, and if you have, you are sick rather. So,
Hmm.
is it helps fasting, water
Yes,
fasting?
yes, ma'am, it helps. Why I'm telling you, fasting needs rest. Okay, one, fasting needs rest, and when you are at rest, body heals. So fasting, when I talk about fasting, look, try to understand, fasting is not just not eating. You need to fast from everything, all the panchendriyas. She told that it is pratyahara, the only five sense organs. It's not just the tongue that you are trying to satisfy with fasting. Ears, you need to be ears. You don't need additional information, you don't talk a lot, you don't see anything. When we are talking about fasting, is fasting from everything, not just food. So that is pratyahara. Otherwise, why we are considering it as pratyahara? It's about controlling. So now, what happens during that period when you are not well, when you do fast? I told you the last part of my talk is this inflammation is reduced by fasting. The autophagy helps you clean up things. There is a protective mechanism which is there, which starts in your body. We call it vitality. It improves, and that heals the body. So generally, people, when they are diseased, when they are not feeling good, we say that stop eating, give rest to your body. So it is required.
So,
It is
so how do you suggest that once a week or once a month one should have a water fasting?
once
What
a
do you
week, ma'am.
suggest?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you
Um,
so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It is a little difficult, but it is required. And as I told you, the same way you should do the fasting, break the fasting. Try to understand how much calorie that you are consuming now will be reduced. So that will give
Right.
you, that's like a Chaban Prash. That will keep you healthy all your life.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashaji, for the insightful questions. I think it has popped up questions in many others also. And I believe जितना जितना हम समझ रहे हैं उसके अंदर की गहराई और ज्यादा क्लियर भी हो रही है. So I would now like to ask Ramaji. Yes, please unmute yourself. Unmute. One second.
Oh, mine is unmute. I was speaking on mute. Thank you so much, Dr. Ji, for taking out time for us. This is really insightful session. Actually, sir, I take, I do one day completely to ensure that no salt is taken in a week, like no sugar, no salt, no boiled things. So just raw. I don't say full fasting, but I eat all greenies and only raw ones. And if at all I feel very low, I used to take little thin bit buttermilk. When you're saying, I understood when you're talking about fasting, first 4 hours, it will, take whatever we have consumed. You have mentioned whether the fat, it will be stored as a fat or it will be digested. Everybody are following different types of techniques in digesting. Would you suggest any effective one to be followed? Like people say ginger and rock salt after the food to ensure that it is digested so that it is not stored, just because everybody wants to have that, right? I'm just requesting your suggestion in this. What are the
Um,
best ways to do it
Ma'am,
for digestion?
what I feel is, in the Indian kitchen is known as the hospital itself. It has all the medicines. What I'll say is we need to understand that when exactly I should eat. There are two types of hunger that we get, ma'am. One is the hunger that, okay, but oh, it's 6. I think I should have something, the
Hmm.
breakfast. That is
Mhm.
by behavior. The second thing is when you feel that hunger. We say that whenever you feel that hunger, you should eat at that time. When you feel that hunger, your body is trying to take and break everything possible, whatever you put it in your mouth, and extract glucose out of it. If you eat ginger or not, it will clear it. But what happens, what we do is, once the sugar level have not gone down enough to create a hunger response, we put another load. That's why the body is wrong. So what I am doing right now these days is I'm doing this intermittent fasting, where I first train 12 hours, then I'm into 8 hours, 16 hours, plus I do one day fasting.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in that you don't need anything, but it is always better to have ginger, which increases metabolism. But there are like Jain, they don't eat I think ginger and garlic and all, so they can use somp. There is something somp, right? So even that is good. Methi is also good. Methi powder can also be taken. It is also good for diabetes plus metabolism.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
I would like
So,
to ask how to consume methi, which is very good to control the blood sugar. Is
Ma'am,
it over soaked? Yeah.
it should be over soaked, because the dried one, if you eat, it needs more time to digest, and by that what happens is it does not stay, because it is a very small quantity you're eating. It does not stay there in the in your stomach for a longer period of time, and it passes. Sometimes if it is with food, or the last night's food is there and body is trying to take it out, it goes with it. It does not give you that. So over soaked is always better, man, or powder.
And anything for hyperacidity, like what is good? And if you fast, that acidic becomes more.
Yes, I completely agree. In those cases, what we generally give is lemon water, because lemon, though it is a acidic fruit, but when it goes, it behaves like it is alkaline and it helps. So while fasting, we say that okay, you have a little lime water sip by sip, or cold water sip by sip during fasting, we say, so that the acidity is taken care. Especially cold water sipping helps a lot
Thank you,
during
sir.
fasting.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
thank you.
Cold water means fridge water is better,
No, 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 no.
right? Tap,
Like
pot
I
water.
I don't remember when I used fridge last time, ma'am.
Okay.
I am someone who's staying without fridge. Though it is there, I don't use it. So it's one day cooking, eating today, and finishing it off that day itself. So the cold water, not the chilled cold water, ma'am, because if chilled cold water goes in your body, it again changes your physiology. So it is a little lesser than your body temperature will do.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I thought that people think that milk is better for acidity, but I realized that instead of a milk, a scoop of a ice cream, it helps faster than the milk. Just how far it is true. Just
Ma'am,
maybe I'm wrong.
no. Milk, ma'am, ice cream has that cold effect additional, but it is the milk which is going to help. So people generally take milk and which helps them. Me as a naturopath, ma'am, I believe that anything that looks white, I should avoid it. So I avoid salt, I avoid sugar, I avoid milk, I avoid dalda, I avoid flour, this maida. So that is my way of looking at things, ma'am. So I don't prefer uh, uh, milk. I say that we should avoid it and try to get it through some different ways.
But I always used to think that milk aggravates your acidity. It gives a relief for a while, but afterwards it aggravates your system.
Ma'am, what happens is if you try to understand what exactly is happens with acidity and ulcers and everything, first is your stomach is normal. It secretes something called HCl acids. So what happens is when there is some food, it digests and it passes. Now, if you don't give anything for a longer period of time, or by mistake that acid secretion is more, what it does is it has to burn some it's acid at the end of the day. So it starts corroding your the layers. So there is a layer in your stomach which protects you from it. But when it remains for a longer period of time, it tries to touch the skin. So when the skin is touched again, acidity again pulls it. So that becomes a ulcer in a long term. So what we need to understand is giving milk or anything of this kind is going to give a temporary soothing effect. But later, the thing which is happening, milk is not doing any harm in a ulcer, but the acid is going to come again. So we need to address the root cause, not the milk.
Okay, and less of salt is always better. I
Um,
mean,
Ma'am, there are different places. It depends. Um, Salt is also a way of putting iodine into your body. So we need to understand that salt is something that I will not say that you should not have. Body needs a little balance, and it gets very little. If you're getting lots of veggies and everything, ma'am, then putting salt is, I'll also say that do not prefer. Take green vegetables. If you're taking enough of green vegetables and fruits, the electrolyte balance is maintained.
okay, thank
Then
you.
you may avoid.
Okay.
If there is any other question.
Yeah,
Good
so
morning.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I'm I'm doing 40 hours of dry fast last 50 years, once in a month.
Done. Can be done, sir.
But I'm doing it regularly, but I'm not taking rest. I'm working on that day, maybe even 10-20% extra than what my regular work is there.
Yes.
So you said when you are fasting, you should, I mean, keep your body also at rest. That also should be done. But due to work, I was not doing that.
No,
So is that right? Or
um,
should I continue? Or dry fast is now I'm 71 complete. So should I do dry fast for 40 hours or not?
yes, sir, you can do. There's no harm in it. And if you are doing working with it, it is fine. You can work. I'm talking about the therapeutic fasting. I say that you need to rest so that the healing takes place. You are already doing it since long. Your body is ready for it. So if you are working, if you are normally people say that fasting, they will feel weak. But if you do fasting, if you are doing regularly, you know it. On the fasting days, you are more active. There is more clarity. You
Exactly.
should do it, sir. There is no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
For therapeutic, we say that a rest can be given. But if you're working, it is fine.
My second question is really reduce visceral fat.
So this is a really
विसरल
good
फैट को कम
question.
करना है तो स्पेसिफिक कैसा फास्टिंग या क्या कर सकते हैं?
So, as I told you, visceral fat is something which is more poisonous than any other fat because
Right.
they create the whole metabolism, this inflammation cascade in your body, especially the ones which is around your heart, around your lungs, everywhere for that matter, around your kidneys. Now, what we have seen is when we do intermittent fasting, I'm talking about which research we have seen. Intermittent fasting have shown to show improvement in reducing the fat that you are talking about. So, and when you are doing intermittent fasting, plus if you are doing a 40 hours of dry fast, that is enough. There's no, I don't think there will be more of fat in you.
Yeah, really. I mean, I was 56 kgs since when? During COVID, I started intermittent fasting. Instead of 3 meals, that is breakfast, lunch, dinner, I started 2 meals, and I have gone down to 44. Now people say I'm underweight as compared to my height and age. So I really want to
But
increase.
are you comfortable? Are you feeling healthy, sir?
I'm feeling comfortable, no problem, absolutely no problem.
Perfect.
But there is no a drop of fat in my body. This is how people say. Face and body looks very thin.
We need to check the visceral fats, sir. Visceral fats is something that is, if there is somebody with a what we call it, a DEXA or something, which can give reliable insights about it. But it is fine, sir. There is nothing to worry. If you are healthy, if you are feeling healthy, we say that we need to listen to our body when we are taking care of ourselves. So people ask me how much water I should drink. I say make sure when you urinate, the color of your urine and the water you are drinking, if it is of same color, you are drinking enough. We need to understand from our body. If you have a little more proteinous food, normally the urine color, you can see the changes. So what we tell patients is, okay, if you are having a lot of proteins, give a little time, but after that drink a lot of water so that your body is taking care of it. We need to listen to our body and react.
On this issue, I want to ask you one thing. Even if I drink very less water, my urine is always clear. What
That means your body is taking care of itself very well, sir. It is in a very healthy state, and the need of water is can be seen from there. That is something which is everybody should do. And if you're doing that with less water, you are getting it. It is fine. There's nothing to worry.
I was under impression that is my body is not detoxing and keeping everything in the body itself, because even if I take less water, it's coming clear. What does that mean?
At the age of 71, if you're doing everything and still feeling healthy, then your body is the best possible way, sir. Everybody should have a body like yours.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank you
dream.
very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So हमारे बैच के सभी यंग बहुत यंग है, जवान है, दिल से भी और शरीर से भी, मन से भी. So thank you. Thank you, Shorji. And with that, I would like to ask question of Dr. Ramesh, sir. Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Myself, Dr. Ramesh Bandevache from Nagpur. I am MBBS MS surgery. I would like to ask, first I will congratulate Sila sir, very good lecture on fasting. though you are not on fast and you are very craving for fasting for food. So,
Yes, sir.
like Kishore, I am also 71. And since Diwali, I have started eating only in the daytime and not in the night. So even then, I am feeling very energetic. So that's why I was thinking that how more food I was taking when I was eating even in night also. So it is very good. And then it is very uh, interesting question that it is said that fasting eats the disease. So even cancer can be eaten by fasting. So in allopathy, we are very wonderful to hear this.
Yes, sir. What happens is we say that there is a devil in you. Let it eat the disease. Don't feed it for some time. So that is how we treat fasting. Yes, it helps her. Like I told, autophagy. Autophagy is actually the solution to cancer, but not. Um, uh, it should be whenever we are giving it to anyone, it should be under the supervision of a doctor, a person who have done fasting, or who can teach you where exactly, how exactly to be taken care. There are people I have seen that they go for 72 days of fasting and still they feel really healthy and they lose a lot of weight. There is diseases which are reversed. So there is things are happening, but we need to understand is those 72 days people are doing, that does not mean they have not had anything for 72 days. It is a process of 72 days that we need to understand. Like I told you, a fasting for one day needs 6 days of preparation. Normal diet, this thing. Similarly, they are also doing for 72 days, people are doing, and they feel so healthy. I have never done that long, but I would love to do once to see what exactly they are doing and how exactly body is reacting. Because as you know, sir, till we don't experience something, we don't understand. We can read and talk about it, but for 72 days, it is a miracle. And there, these pranayamas help. They give you the energy that you need just by doing these pranayamas.
Okay. In 15 years back, sir, when Ramdev Baba came to Segaon, I I fasted for 3 days. I got intuition that you keep on fasting, and on even only Shivambu, I was on fasting for 3 days
Oh,
without any weakness.
that's great, sir.
Thirdly, you said only rock water and no need of giving this sugar.
So what we do is when we are giving it therapeutic fasting, we decide what are the things that we want to achieve. So if I want to achieve something where I want a calorie restriction, then I don't give sugar, sir.
Okay.
Whenever I see that the patient is becoming a little weak or may get a giddiness, I give them a glass of juice in therapeutic fasting. In general time, we say that we should not, but because I have to maintain that sugar level so that he don't go down, I provide a juice just to counterbalance so that I'm not putting more load on the GI.
And giddiness, sir, it is only this mental. It is said that first Vyadhi comes in mental and then in
Then
shari.
it percolates down to the body. You
Yeah,
are right.
in Yog Vasisht.
Yes, sir.
And our sir, Ramesh sir, is well versed with the yoga concepts also. Okay, so at this age, he is preparing for the UGC NET JRF. And the
Yes.
concept, I believe, for yoga to happen, it has to be having a biorhythm, regulated biorhythm. And मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रही है कि हमारे क्लास के सभी members के अंदर वो मुझे दिखता है, not just physically but mentally, and the kind of questions that insightful questions जो आ रहे हैं, that is an epitome of it, testimony of it. जैसे कहते भी है ना कि अगर मन में कोई सवाल नहीं आ रहे तो दो पॉइंट हो सकते हैं, या तो आपको सब कुछ समझ आया या फिर कुछ नहीं समझ आया. सो आई बिलीव कि हम सबके अंदर वो जिज्ञासा तो रहती ही है. Because of the shortage of time, we can take only few questions. So Sunil ji, yes, please ask. Unmute.
Hello, sir. Thank you for this session.
Thanks.
My question is, Can we keep fruits or vegetables in the fridge uh, and eat them? Because sometimes during the summer, if we keep outside, it'll get dry. So we used to keep it inside the fridge. Is
Uh,
that good?
So, what I look, so I have not spent that family time yet. I am a person who stays alone, goes to market, takes whatever is required, and brings and eats on the same day kind of person. So, for now, I'll say in that way I have not seen, but there is practical problems. People have their family to run; they have to go to office, but they need things to be there. In those conditions, yes, we tell them to keep things in fridge, but we always say that everything which you can get at least fresh is always better. The food may remain fresh in the fridge, but try to understand that anything which is out of energy for a long period of time, that will also do a lot of changes in it. When it remains there inside your fridge for a longer period of time, even the taste drops. And sometimes if you are in a metropolitan city, you need to understand that that fruit that you are getting, that vegetable that you are thinking that it is fresh, is after 3 days it is coming to you. So
Yeah, correct.
we need to be a little. It is always better to get something as early as you can get and eat. It is always good. Green is always good.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir. Good day.
I have a lack of practical knowledge about it. That's why I told.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Thanks a
Yes.
lot for your insight.
Thank you.
Yes. So
I
thank you.
think
Thank you, Sunilji.
One
Any
more,
more
one more,
questions?
one more. Yeah, one more.
Yes.
I want to ask one thing. सर ये मैंने आपको 40 आवर्स ड्राई फास्टिंग तो बोल दिया, वो तो मैं आई नो बिकॉज आई एम डूइंग इट एवरी 4th डे आफ्टर नो मून डे. सो आई नो एंड आई एम वेल प्रिपेयर्ड मेंटली दैट आई एम डूइंग दैट. और एक फास्ट महाराष्ट्र में लोग करते हैं विच आई हैव नॉट ट्राइड येट, जो मुझे उस मेरे से भी ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट लगता है. वो लोग फुल मून डे के बाद 4th डे में करते हैं, संकष्टी चतुर्थी जो बोलते हैं, उसमें वो दिन में करते हैं. वो 21 मोदक बनाते हैं. और वो मोदक में आउट ऑफ 21, 1 is made out of salt. And 21 are made out of sugar and whatever nariyal ye. And you have to start eating. The rule is you have to eat till you get that salty one.
Oh,
you don't know when you will get.
That may be on the 21st day, or that may be on the second day.
Right. That may be even the first one.
First one.
So you have to stop it without eating.
Our tradition, sir, has made us so like these practices that I've heard it for the first time, but try to understand how well they're trying to train our body, train our mind especially.
Exactly, that is what I'm asking.
So mental preparation, this explains that mental preparation for a fasting is very much important than just physical eating less. When you are going to get that salt modak, you don't know. This is something new I
You have
heard
to
today.
mentally prepare on that moment. Achha, you cannot make a big modak and eat it and chalo ho gaya. You have to eat till you get that salty one.
So I have to be ready for 21 days.
You have to ready for that 20, eating 20 also, and you have to stop at 0 also.
So this is something I'll also one day try.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. This really, I have not tried it, but this is what people do. And
Mental
I have
preparation,
really
I'm thinking that
when
how
I was
well
doing
they are
fasting, I
training
was
us.
thinking, yes, I'm preparing it for, I mean, I'm preparing. अभी आज चतुर्थी है, आज के 15 दिन के बाद मैं करने वाला हूँ. ये तो मुझे मालूम है पहले से ही.
Oh, great.
ऑफिस में जाता था, रोज के दिन में 9 का नाश्ता 9:15 बजे आया तो मेरा दिमाग खराब हो जाता था. अभी नाश्ता नहीं आया, 15 मिनट लेट हो गया. बट जिस दिन फास्ट है उस दिन कुछ भी नहीं लगता है, बाकी के फ्रेंड जो भी खा रहे हैं मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, बट आई वॉज मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट। बट ये मैं अभी तक ट्राई नहीं किया हूँ। ये रियली मुझे और डिफिकल्ट लगता है कि इंस्टेंट आपको
नहीं,
डिसाइड करना है कि मुझे
this you
खाना है
must
कि
try,
नहीं।
sir. You're at age 71, but I'll still tell you to try it. Why? Because I feel that willingness in you. When there is a willingness, everything can be done. That is where yoga, like what Neha also does, is good. Is we always understand that yoga is not about bending your body. Yoga is about bending your mind. And these practices help you to bend your mind that whenever I need, you will bend. Whenever I need, I can take care of it.
Neha is taking very nice. I mean, hats off to
Undoubtedly,
her. The way she is teaching, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And yes, with that, any more queries, concerns, questions?
One
Anybody?
quick question. Sorry.
Yes.
Is carbonated water okay to drink?
So
Or
we say no
carbonated.
to carbonated water, sir.
I'm sorry.
From a yoga naturopathy perspective, I'm saying that we say no to carbonated
Oh.
water.
Okay.
We say to avoid. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So one question from Neetu ji. You can unmute if you are available right now. You had a question, right? With respect to the grains.
Namaste. Thank you. I'm sorry, my camera is not turning on. I tried many times. So my question is on the atta. Like, we have been fond of eating roti and all. Maybe we are eating once in a day. But nowadays, there is a trend, not just now, it has been a while, the trend of having the mixed grain atta. So my question is on that. Should we really eat the mixed grain atta? If do, what should be the ratio, and should we eat it at all? Because it's something very confusing, and we all take up whatever is going on as a trend without knowing actually is it helping us or not. So it will be really helpful if you can bring your advice on it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you are right. Diet, we need to be very careful when it comes to atta. Yes, people are talking about multigrain atta, or for now, like different set of atta. Like what I do is I have makka. You know what is makka? Corn.
Ji, I know Makka. Hanji, I know.
So
Corn,
what you need to do is you can mix. There is no problem with it. It is always good because all this not only so what they say is try to add more of mota anaj. Mota anaj is
Acha.
millets, isn't it?
Ji.
So millets are always good. Millets are the future of food that we are now suggesting. The last year completely the government spent on millet promotion, and whatever millets they are getting, like in Uttarakhand we get something called jingura or uska roti banta hai and all that. It is good, ma'am. You should have it. What I'll suggest is on different days try different ones which will be good.
I see.
One
Thank
day
you.
makke ki roti,
Ji.
that Punjab wala makke ki roti, सरसों दा
Ji.
साग.
जी
And one other day झिंगुरा मिल गया आपको, या कुछ और डे कुछ और मिल गया आपको.
ठीक। तो मतलब मिक्स ना करे, रादर देन हर दिन एक अलग ग्रेन का खाना खा ले, रोटी ले।
You can eat in that way also.
जी, ठीक है।
But
क्या
that
मिलेट्स
needs
को भी
really like it's not just like flour that you make atta, and it will be sometimes it becomes hard. You have to
हाँ
eat
जी,
it with ghee so that that softness remains.
जी, जी,
Yes.
जी। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you.
थैंक यू
Thank
सर।
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishi. And any more queries? Okay, कुछ questions मुझे message पे आए थे.
मैम
Uh,
1% मैम।
yeah, just a minute. मैं थोड़ा सा एक दो question पूछती हूँ, and then we'll be handing it over to you. So there's another question. Can fasting be done by people who are taking regular medicine, probably the allopathic medicine, or even Ayurvedic
No,
medicine for that matter?
no, because there are some medications that you needs to go before food or after food. In these settings, it is always told that you need to sit with the doctor, plan your diet well, how many days you can leave the medicine or how many this thing. So it requires more of consultation. So do not try it without any prescription if you are under medication, especially diabetes. Do not try to have you can fast, it is allowed to fast, but it should be under supervision. Similarly, people with heart diseases also, we say that okay, if you are on a blood thinner, do not stop your medicine. At least discuss once before you start fasting. So all these things are required. It is we need to sit and consult people, Anita ji, before getting into like medicines and interaction, because I have that fear that there are some medicines which needs a vehicle. If we don't give that vehicle, it will create problem.
Right. Thank you. And okay, so Gigi, would you like to ask the question? Maybe your perspective of question that you have. So
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
basically
What might be the reason for feeling weakness when we are hungry or we are little late for taking food?
Normally what happens is the glucose level goes down. When the glucose level goes down, body thinks that I need more energy to this thing, so it reacts in that way. You feel a little weak, because it is not getting proper glucose to work in that way, if that is what was your question.
right. Then there are two more questions. What food can we eat, and explain the schedule of fast? I think we'll have a proper dedicated session in the coming time, and then we can put light on that. And with that, I would like to, okay, एक last question शायद कोई पूछना चाह रहा था. Somebody who was, and I interrupted in between. Someone? Am I
Can
missing
I
out on?
ask?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we have are oats good for health? They have been promoted so badly. I'm not sure if they are good for health or not.
Ma'am, what look, there are different perspective of different people. What I believe, as I told you for the oats also, I believe that sorry, as I told you for the atta also, have that change in life. Don't don't just stick to only one type.
Okay.
So what normally people do is they leave their breakfast and make sure that oats is their breakfast. So that to be avoided. That is what life is about, constant change. Let's bring change to our food also. Anything sticking to one thing keeps us away from a lot of other things. Oats, I will not say, there is lots of debate going on everywhere, and it is inconclusive. So I'll say that you should have it, but make sure that it is.
In fact, with oats, I get acidity.
So it is, again, I told you, it is debatable. It is always better to change different kind of food.
आजकल तो पंडित जी भी कहने लगे हैं फास्टिंग पे ओट्स खा लो. अच्छा.
नहीं, फास्टिंग में फास्ट करना है, खाना नहीं है.
So there's a difference
The
between
worst
fasting
thing
and
that I have heard, I'll tell you, is when I came to especially North. So I went to the canteen, and when I was studying, so I said, "चलो खाना दे दो एक plate." तो he asked me, आज फास्टिंग तो नहीं है. मैंने, फास्टिंग होता तो मैं यहाँ क्यों आता खाने के लिए. So नहीं, हमने फास्टिंग के लिए अलग खाना बनाया है. And I was like, fasting के लिए अलग खाना कैसे खा सकते हो तुम? So there is chuda for fasting, there is biscuits for fasting, there is everything for fasting. I don't understand. Fasting is fasting.
so here's feasting done.
Feasting on the name. People eat more, saying that it is like sugar-free scam. What happens is people say that okay, you should not eat sugar. Sugar is bad. Sugar is bad. So then I asked that, okay, do you eat gulab jamun? And I said, yes, I eat sugar-free gulab jamun. We need to understand sugar is not coming from the chini only. Sugar is also coming from maida. Sugar is also coming from khoa. We need to understand that. So whatever goes in, it will be this thing, and glucose will come out. So people say that, oh, sugar free, I can eat 5, 6. No, there is nothing sugar free, not even the Coke.
All right. So with that, I believe कि हम सभी के we all are full now with the concepts, and I believe कि there's some room should be kept for the upcoming session so that we all are captively motivated for it. और जैसे कहते हैं ना कि मनके माने beats, and then there's dhaga. Both have their own existence. But if we want to have a mala, we need to insert the manka in the dhaga, and then only वो बन जाता है माला. So here, with the thought of conscious, mindful awareness in the fast, we can really help that proper fasting experience to be done. On that note, I would like to thank everyone, and most my dear friend Dr. Shiloy sir, for being there with us for the complete 1 hour and helping us put light, helping us understand some of the key concepts behind demystifying how fasting can be really helpful for us. On that note, I would want every one of you to please share this insight with your friends and family so that they also join this initiative, and stay tuned on the group, and I'll see you in the next time. Thank you so much for being a part of the session. Do let your feedback also help us inspire to come up with the more upcoming sessions on this context. If you would love to have more of it, please let us know. And on that note, I would now ask everyone to join your both palms together, allowing each and every part of our body to have a feeling of gratitude for being the beautiful version of our own beautiful self. Let us all express gratitude to Dr. Shriloy for being there with us, expressing our gratitude for helping us. देखो कहते हैं ना, ज्ञान योग से बेहतर योग नहीं है, और यहाँ पर जब हम अपने आप को थोड़ा सा बेहतर बना रहे हैं, उसमें श्रेय जो श्रीलॉय को जा रहा है, डॉक्टर श्रीलॉय को जा रहा है. Let us express our deep regards for him for being there with us on the Sunday morning. And with that, let's do the Shanti part for Samatva, Sangachadvam, Samvadatvam Bhavana. Om. Sangachadvam, Samvadadvam, Samvo Manausi Janata, Deva Bhargam Yatha Purve, Sanjanana Upasate, Sanjanana Upasate, Sanjanana Upasate. Om. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Thank you so much, everyone. And once again, I ask each one of you to rub your both palms together, अच्छे से घर्षित करते हुए, अपनी हथेलियों को अपनी आंखों पर स्पर्श कराते हुए, हृदय की गहराइयों से हमारे आज के मुख्य अतिथि डॉक्टर शिलॉय को आशीर्वाद देते हुए let's complete the session of the day. To conclude, I would want Shiloy to please express a few words if you would like to share with our community. How was your experience? Yes.
First of all, when I came here with a short notice, I could have come with a PPT, but I got to know late at night, so I was not prepared enough for the talk. Next time we do, if there is time, we'll do it in a
Yes,
better
we
way.
will have a proper dedicated session on this, Shiloy. Yes.
Can be done. And I was happy to see the younger generation were asking question and the older generation were sitting without any question. The younger ones is Kishorji, Dr. Ramesh, they asked a lot of question. Others, so that is the ulta that we see normally. The youngsters normally ask a lot of question, but I'm happy that all of you, Ashaji and everyone, asked so many question. I enjoyed it. It feels good when to sit with people, talk about food, especially because for Indians it is emotions. So I never say don't eat this, because people will not change food, they will change doctors. So what we need to understand is it is an emotion, and I got this chance to come and meet you people. We have discussed, Dr. Neha and me before also, that we will have a session together, but we never got that chance. But today, with a such a
Yes.
short notice, everything happened. There was no planning involved. That is
I
how it
literally
happens.
called him at night, and he was so kind enough to have with all of us. So yeah.
It is a good platform. You people are doing yoga. Yoga is something, I believe that it is not something which is practiced on the mat. It is practiced off the mat. So whenever you, the whole day, whenever you have time, keep thinking about how exactly you can make things better, how can make you make things like we say, I at AIMS, Rishikesh, Dr. Ramesh will be able to understand more. At AIMS Rishikesh, I always tell all the doctors that the best yogis are the doctors, or in that sense, for all of you, whichever work you are doing, you are the best yogis. Why? Because the exact definition of yoga is yoga karmasu kausalam. If you do anything that you do skillfully, that become, it may be cooking, it may be doing a surgery, it may be plumbing, it may be anything for that matter. Anything that done with perfection becomes yoga automatically. That is what we need to understand. Let us practice yoga every day, on the mat and off the mat. It is more of a lifestyle. Let's be happy. Let's avoid a lot of drama in life. Enjoy the present and live. Thank you.
Thank you.
नेहा जी श्रीलाई जी, आज के फास्टिंग के माला में हम 3 फूल हैं, प्रदीप जी फ्रॉम गोवा, माई सेल्फ फ्रॉम नागपुर एंड किशोर जी.
Oh.
We need to learn more from them.
Yes, certainly. Anybody among us who would like to express on the voice note to Sriloy sir, how was your experience? Any words if
Yeah,
you'd like to share?
it's a great enlightenment. It's a lot of details that though we have to still analyze and absorb, but taking time and explaining all these details and patiently to all the questions, it's applaudable in a great way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes. Anyone else would like to share? Okay. So with that note, I would want Neera ma'am, to express few words. What did you take from this session?
you, sir.
And yes,
Thank you.
unmute हो जाइएगा. Last. Yes. Neera ma'am, where are you? Neera, okay. Unmute. 1 second. Yes. तो अगर मैं सार रूप में कहूँ, तो Neera Di, what did you understand? And first of all, how was the session? Unmute. I think.
The session was brilliant. Yeah, because I too observe Ekadashi fasting, and I have joined a Ekashi group recently for the past 1 year. So I came to know that it is not for eating the fast we were doing. We were thinking that we have to just bar out these cereals and grains. But now I've come to know that you have to just deviate from eating, and these certain foods which we were thinking we have to eat in the fast time, that was totally rubbish, which we all were doing for past so many years during the Navratras also, and so many other festivals like Karwa Chauth and Hoi Ashni, where there's so many of them in our Hindu rituals. But now I have come to know fasting means proper fasting, that you have to prepare from the previous day itself. So today I learned a lot from this Sriloy Mohanty's lecture. It was really adding to my previous knowledge, which I've gained recently. The past 2 years, I've come to know that what fasting really is. But I'll surely go to Rishikesh one day and join his 1 week session over there, to just under his guidance I learned the proper way of fasting, and just coming out of my diseases or the ailments which are just because of my poor eating habits. And moreover, I have a craving for tea, which I can't leave. That is the negative aspect of my diet. So I'll surely consult him so that he can guide me properly. Thanks a lot, doctor. Thanks both of you. Thank you so much. Enjoyed
Thank
a
you.
lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With that note, can we complete for now? Thank you so much, everybody.
Shrilaji,
And
it's
thank you,
GABA and
Shrilaji.
ketone are very new words we heard, that like endorphin, they are also giving pleasant to brain.
Yes.
Right. And for those of you who are from Goa, Dr. Shriloy is coming to Goa. देखो कितनी अच्छी बात है. Last week we had Vedic maths, and on the same day Vedic maths की मैम हमारी सीमा मैम had come to Goa. और इत्तेफाक है कि now we have Shriloy sir also coming in Goa. So anybody of you who are from Goa and want to meet sir, they can always come at AIA, All Indian Institute of Ayurveda, Goa. डेट्स मैं आपको बता दूंगी, आप बता दीजिएगा मुझे मैसेज करके. बाकी कन्वीनियंस के हिसाब से वी विल मीट, आई मीन यू कैन मीट देम. एंड विद दैट नोट आई वुड नाउ वांट टू complete the session. Thank you each one of you for being there for the complete session. Om.